Before I begin this video, I would like to say hi. Welcome to my TED Talk. Today we're going to be discussing what the general capabilities are and how they relate to the subject areas that I will be teaching. We'll be discussing how the general capabilities are relevant to modern history and to geography, and how we as teachers can best address these capabilities in the classroom environment. Our chat will have a strong focus on how we can use ICT in 21st century learning in both modern history and geography. I know what you're thinking. What are the general capabilities? Well, the Australian Curriculum Assessment and Reporting Authority, or ACARA for short, describe the general capabilities as a key dimension of the Australian curriculum. ACARA claimed these capabilities encompass knowledge, skill behaviours, and dispositions that will work in unison with each teaching area. Basically, these general capabilities are incorporated into our teaching areas so students will have the best shot possible at living and working in a modern society. So what exactly are these general capabilities? These capabilities are literacy, numeracy, ICT capability, critical and creative thinking, personal and social capability, ethical understanding, and intercultural understanding. Now, how do these general capabilities relate to the subject of modern history? To begin, literacy is pretty fundamental when it comes to studying history, as students will be reading scripts, essays, letters, speeches, photographs, and archived material. Numeracy is also important, as it helps students recognize patterns and correlations between events, data, timelines, and maps, which are numerical in nature. ICT capability is also essential when studying modern history, as much of student research is based around investigating and analysing sources that are found on the internet. Students will be using this capability to discern the difference between a credible source and an incredible source. Critical and creative thinking is extremely important in the historical inquiry process. Students use this capability to delve deeply and broadly into the significant information that is to be found in the studying of historical information. Personal and social capability. These skills are prevalent and will be enhanced when participating in teamwork. This capability will grow through the study of individuals and groups in the past. A certain empathy and appreciation of perspectives and experience of others is to be expected when practiced. Ethical understanding will be seen in the classroom environment as students delve into the different perspectives and circumstances that shape the actions and possible motivations of people in the past in comparison with those of today. Intercultural understanding is a capability that will grow as students have opportunities to develop an understanding of the nature, causes, and context of global perspectives, as well as their historical influence on the relationship between groups within society and how they contribute to world history. So now that we've covered history, how in the world do the general capabilities relate to the subject of geography? Well, in geography, students will be using literacy to explore, interpret, and evaluate geographical phenomena and issues in order to study and communicate geographically. This capability is improved as students will use visual literacy skills to understand the meaning of information that has been presented through maps, graphs, cartoons, and other images. Numeracy will be used to help identify and describe the relationship between the data that can be found on maps, graphs, and timelines. ICT capability is also essential when studying geography, as students can use ICT to develop geographical understanding and support the application of subject skills. Students will be able to use digital technologies to collect information, discern the credible from the incredible, and create multimodal and complex reports and presentations to showcase their understanding of geographical inquiry. Critical and creative thinking will be used as students will use problem-solving skills to explore the interconnection, uncertainty, and consequences of geographical interactions. Students will turn their creative thinking into action as they utilize knowledge to apply it to the outside world. Personal and social capability will involve students taking action to either support personal, social, and environmental action, or to be actively opposed to it. Students will be given opportunities to develop these skills through group assignments and presentations. Ethical understanding will grow, as students will discover the ethical considerations that are to be made when considering issues of human rights and the responsibilities and the ways that diverse perspectives, values, and cultures impact geographical issues. Intercultural understanding will be displayed when humans examine geographical issues within the perspective of different cultural contexts. And now for the second part of the talk. For the rest of this discussion, I will be talking about how we can use ICT to support 21st century learning. ICT is great if used effectively. It can be a major benefit for both students and teachers. With 90% of teachers in Europe claiming to use ICT, it is pretty clear that teachers are utilizing ICT prolifically. In addition to this, in a report entitled Unleashing the Future, educators speak out about the emerging technologies for learning, claims that when introducing technology to the classroom, students were motivated to learn, they were more willing to apply knowledge to problems, and take ownership of their learning. So with this in mind, how exactly can we as teachers use ICT to support 21st century learning in the subjects of modern history and geography? ICT can be used to support 21st century learning in the subject of modern history in a variety of different ways, as ICT can provide visual representations of historic events, perspectives, and the relationship to different historic factors that are relevant to the time that it occurred. It can also be used as a memory aid to assist in remembering historical phenomena. To continue, ICT can also be used in the form of short, punchy, accessible podcasts so that the students can recap what has been taught over the week, which will help them when it comes to revision. Podcasting can also be used as an assessment task so teachers can access student knowledge and class progress. Using programs such as Google Docs and Google Drive would also help in supporting 21st century learning within the subject of modern history. Teachers can set tasks and follow student progress due to its accessibility. In addition to this, teachers can provide focused feedback whenever students reach checkpoints or finish tasks that they can refer back to whenever they want. Teachers can also use Google Docs to collaborate information with their peers through sharing lesson plans, resources, and links through Google Drive. Whoa! We better not forget about geography. ICT can most definitely be used to support 21st century learning in the subject of geography. Creating a Google site is a way that we can help support student learning. Creating a Google site will enable students to become fully informed on class content, as teachers can provide summaries of classwork so the students can revise effectively. Students can also have access to class calendars to keep them informed, as well as viewing videos and presentations whenever they want. Google Sites can be used in geography class in many ways, providing them with up-to-date news on global events that are related to topics that they are studying, as this will bring forth personal and social capabilities, as well as ethical capabilities, as students will see how geographic information learnt from class is applicable in their own understanding of world events. Blogging can be an ICT tool that can be used to support 21st century learning in the subject of geography very effectively. This can be said as having students create a blog, either as a formative line of assessment, such as weekly blog creations, or as a summative form of assessment, such as a final assessment, is an easy way for teachers to evaluate student accomplishment and progress. In addition to this, blogging allows for students to exercise metacognitive skills, as students can direct their own learning or their own line of work when creating blogs, especially in geography. Alright, now to conclude the TED Talk. In conclusion, ICT is a tool that can be used to support 21st century learning in the subjects of modern history and geography very effectively, as they provide students with different modes of information gathering, task assessment, revision, and a platform for focused feedback. ICT assists schools and teachers in having students build up their general capabilities, as ICT has the potential to impact students across all capabilities areas. Well, that concludes my TED Talk. It's been a wild ride, guys, but I'm glad to have finished. Have a great night.